Caitlyn Clark is officially out. It's several more weeks, at least several more weeks.
There is really no timetable as to when Caitlyn Clark could return.
Somebody's lying, and we got to get down to the bottom of it. Caitlyn Clark, you need to come out and say something. What's going on?
They said day to day, but this thing over here is talking about at least a couple more weeks.
Patients at least several more weeks.
Caitlyn Clark is officially out, and she's nowhere close to being back. If it's more than several weeks, she's done for the season. There is really no timetable as to when Caitlyn Clark could return.
There is really no timetable as to when Caitlyn Clark could return.
Caitlyn Clark is officially out. It's several more weeks, at least several more weeks.
Somebody's lying. Caitlyn Clark, you need to come out and say something. They said day to day, but now it's at least a couple more weeks. Several more weeks puts Caitlyn Clark's return at the very end of the season.
They said day to day, but this thing over here is talking about at least a couple more weeks.
Patients at least several more weeks.
Somebody's lying, and we got to get down to the bottom of it. Caitlyn Clark, you need to come out and say something. What's going on?
Caitlyn Clark is officially out, and as Stephanie White confirmed, she is nowhere close to returning. Even though earlier listings called her a game-time decision, the reality is she hasn't been practicing with the team at all. The coach explained she's only been able to do a bit more full-court running, slowly building endurance, but not enough to rejoin team sessions.
Caitlyn Clark is officially out. As you can see, Caitlyn Clark still not practicing, and Stephanie White did in fact give a somewhat concerning update when it comes to Caitlyn Clark.
Return to practice at all?
No return to practice. She's been able to get a little bit more in her full court running, with her all of her body weight. It's really building up from.
Like, that's a scary thing. She's running with all of her body weight. Like, that's not a great thing for a coach to say.
Doing minimal to then building some endurance to do longer periods of time. She's been able to do a little bit more on the court in terms of how she moves, but not into practice yet, no.
This update paints a much grimmer picture than fans expected, especially after hearing automated injury reports from ESPN and the WNBA site that suggested she might play soon. The truth, according to White, is that Caitlyn is far from ready. Fans now have to accept that her absence will extend much longer than initially believed. The team's mixed messaging has only added to the frustration surrounding her injury status.
Apparently ESPN's thing is completely automated, and because ESPN's is automated, then we like the WNBA takes it from ESPN. Apparently it's a really weird thing that is like.
Despite earlier optimism, an insider update suggests Caitlyn Clark's return may be further away than fans hoped. In a comment, reporter Scott Agnes hinted that it could be several more weeks before she's back, which in basketball terms is significant this late in the season. This would mean her first game back might only be in the final stretch of regular games, giving her little time to regain full form.
Everyone's kind of expecting the 22nd as a return because they're playing, I think that they play on like the 18th and the 22nd. They have a 4-day break, but I think everyone's expecting the 22nd as a return. Like several more weeks and you're into the playoffs.
The Indiana Fever's official stance has remained vague, avoiding clear timelines, and this only fuels speculation about the real severity of her injury. While the team continues to list her as questionable, those close to the situation suggest her recovery is slower than expected. The gap between the public reports and insider information is leaving fans feeling misled.
I still think if you're asking me for what the chances are that she comes back this season, I would go 80-20 that she comes back. I would be on an 80% chance she comes back, 20% chance she doesn't. Purely because I don't know the severity of the injury. Like the Indiana Fever have literally just been lying to us. Like they said a month ago, they said after the scans came back that the scan it's good when it's day to day.
Coach Stephanie White's own words confirm that there is no set timetable for Caitlyn Clark's return. She revealed that while Caitlyn has progressed with full court running, she still hasn't rejoined regular practice sessions. This means the day-to-day status given by the organization doesn't reflect her actual condition. The uncertainty has sparked concerns that the public isn't being told the whole truth about her injury.
There is really no timetable as to when Caitlyn Clark could return. Y'all Y'all got me? There is no set time as when CC could possibly be coming back. And as of right now, the Indiana Fever is looking real spooky because they're not keeping it at 100, which means keeping the transparency with us clear as day. I'm still like, bro, it wasn't a growing injury or what, bro? Because now you got people in the media for y'all up there, Scott Agnes, who's Stephanie White's best friend, but y'all didn't know that, is saying that, you know what, it's still going to be a couple weeks.
Fans expected a quicker comeback, but the coach's comments hint at a slower recovery process that could keep her out much longer. The lack of transparency from the team leaves supporters guessing, and that uncertainty is only making the situation more tense. In the meantime, Caitlyn remains sidelined with no real signs of a near-term return.
You should want to be encouraging to the fans, bro. Like, you know, let's just give it some time. Not just it's finna be a couple weeks. Like, I don't know what's going on, but we need answers, bro. We need answers at this point because who they got next? They got the Dallas Wings tonight, I believe. They got the Wings. Caitlyn's not playing tonight, y'all. I'm not even going to make a video saying that she it's official. We know she ain't.
Stephanie White's statement that Caitlyn Clark is not even close to returning came as a shock to fans. This is in direct contrast to the optimism shown by teammates and even some official reports. The back and forth between hopeful hints and blunt realities has left supporters unsure of what to believe.
Stephanie White's like, no, not even close. So it's just not like there are paying fans of the team that like, and I believe people are like, oh, the fans don't deserve to do anything. Yeah, they fucking do. Or deserve to know anything. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And I mean this, like, if it was, like, the reason why you are getting paid probably $1 million, Stephanie White, is because of the increased fan base in this team. That's a fact. The reason why the Indiana Fever is as relevant as it is because of the fans.
White's words cut through speculation, confirming that Caitlyn's recovery has a long way to go. Even as some insist she might be nearing a return, the head coach has made it clear that isn't the case. For those following her injury closely, this update felt like a decisive, if disappointing, turning point. It's one of the clearest signs yet that her season may be running out of time.
You don't want to give too much information out. You don't want to go full on Lynn Dunn and go on podcasts talking about all this stuff. But at the same time, the fans are right to be pissed off about not hearing anything. I'm sorry, like, if it was Caitlyn Clark's out for, we'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks. And 2 weeks comes, and it's, you know what, she's not right. She's day to day, and then it's, we'll see how she feels, and then it's, we have no timetable, and then suddenly it's, she's game time decision on the WNBA app. You're like the automated things.
Speculation is growing that Caitlyn Clark might not play another regular season game this year. With the last scheduled match less than a month away, even a short setback could keep her sidelined for the rest of the campaign. Scott Agnes's couple more weeks prediction only fuels that worry. The idea of resting her entirely until the playoffs or beyond is being discussed more openly now.
The 24th, 26th, maybe the Valkyries game. I don't know. Or it could be worst case scenario because y'all see here, it ain't very many games left. You only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's only 11 games left. It's only 11 games left this season. That's it. And the season is over with already. Kind of get ready for the playoffs because they're going to go to the playoffs. Is it a chance that we don't see Caitlyn Clark in any more regular season games this season? Because the last game is on September the 9th, guys. That's in less than a month.
For fans who have waited all season to see her back on court, this possibility is deeply frustrating. Every passing game without her makes the season's end feel closer than her recovery. It's a scenario nobody wanted, but one that now seems increasingly possible.
Got people in the media not being supportive to the fans. This dude is so weird, bro.
Many believe the plan is to bring Caitlyn Clark back just in time for the playoffs, limiting her role and avoiding the risk of re-injury before then. Critics argue that this strategy prioritizes short-term gains over her long-term health and the fans' experience. If true, it would explain the vague and conflicting updates we've seen all season.
And the thing about this is everybody's saying, yo, man, she's going to be back to the playoffs. I think that's a setup. I think that this team is not good enough to win the championship, yo. And when she comes back, you better believe she's going to be limited because that's what Stephanie White wants.
Supporters who attend games expecting to see her are left disappointed while the team keeps control over her narrative. This approach has also led to accusations that certain coaching decisions are aimed at controlling her influence on the court. The uncertainty has become just as big a story as the injury itself.
Stephanie White's going to throw her in the game when it's damn near over with, and then somehow, some way, she's going to throw some shade and make it seem like Clark coming back messed the offense up. Or you know how she is. She loves throwing shots at Clark, bro. That's why I be getting pissed off when Clark be smiling in her face, high-fiving her. Like, bro, she's literally ruining your brand, and you're enjoying it. Like, this is crazy, bro.
The constant changes in Caitlyn Clark's listed status from day to day to out indefinitely to game time decision have made it nearly impossible to know the truth. Each update seems to contradict the last, creating a cycle of hope and letdown for her supporters. Scott Agnes's estimate of several more weeks fits with a pattern of her being rushed in reports but delayed in reality.
Several more weeks pretty much puts Caitlyn Clark to coming back at the very end of the regular season. If you look at the Indiana Fever's schedule right now, they only have 12 games left, and there is exactly 4 weeks left in the regular season. And the craziest thing about this last groin injury with Caitlyn Clark is how it's been covered. The day after she had the groin injury, she was listed as day-to-day.
Some believe this is a deliberate strategy to keep opponents guessing, while others see it as mismanagement. Whatever the reason, the lack of consistency is wearing down fan patience. At this point, many are simply waiting for Caitlyn herself to confirm when she'll return.
A couple weeks after that, then she was listed to being out indefinitely. Now, ESPN had August 12th as the circled return date for Caitlyn Clark to get back onto the court.
The controversy isn't just about Caitlyn Clark's health, it's also about how her fans are being treated. Thousands of people have attended Fever games even when she's not playing, simply hoping to catch a glimpse of her. Yet journalist Scott Agnes has drawn criticism for branding large groups of her supporters negatively, which has only deepened tensions. Many see this as a distraction from the real issue, the lack of transparency about her condition. Instead of working together to keep fans informed, both insiders and the team appear to be in conflict. This dynamic has made an already frustrating situation feel personal for many in her fan base.
People are like, oh, I'm one of the fans he's talking about. I couldn't give a damn if he's branding me as one of them. I'm talking about the tens of thousands of people that show up to her games even when she's not there just to catch a glimpse of her. The thousands of people that went to watch her play golf. Branding those fans as basically the scum of the earth and a negative to the team is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit, and that's what I'm complaining about. If Scott Agnes wants to call me whatever the hell he wants, I don't care.
The prospect of not seeing Caitlyn Clark in any more regular season games this year is becoming more real. With only 11 games left and the playoffs looming, fans are beginning to accept that her injury might sideline her until postseason or longer. This would be a crushing blow for those who've waited weeks for her return.
You only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's only 11 games left. It's only 11 games left this season. That's it. And the season is over with already. Kind of get ready for the playoffs because they're going to go to the playoffs. Is it a chance that we don't see Caitlyn Clark in any more regular season games this season?
Even worse, there's no guarantee she'll be at full strength if she does come back. Social media is full of debates about whether it's worth risking her health for a playoff push. The uncertainty has put both the team's strategy and the league's injury reporting under a microscope.
This season, because the last game is on September the 9th, guys. That's in less than a month. The last regular season game is less than a month away. Is it possible they sit Caitlyn Clark the rest of the season? Got people in the media not being supportive to the fans. This dude is so weird, bro.
She's nowhere close to being back. If it's more than several weeks, she's done. Is it possible they sit Caitlyn Clark the rest of the season? Caitlyn Clark, you need to come out and say something. At least a couple more weeks.
She's nowhere close to being back. She is nowhere close to being back. Apparently, at least several more means if it's more than several weeks, she's done.
Is it a chance that we don't see Caitlyn Clark in any more regular season games this season? Because the last game is on September the 9th, guys. That's in less than a month.
Caitlyn Clark, you need to come out and say something. What's going on?
They said day to day, but this thing over here is talking about at least a couple more weeks.
Patience, at least several more weeks.
Several more weeks puts her return at the very end of the season. That's the latest on Caitlyn Clark's shocking injury update. Don't miss what happens next. Like, subscribe, and share to keep the conversation going.